I'm dropping my wife and my daughter off at these gates. This is for domestic flights flying back to Kelowna. My mom's going to Switzerland. I got to take her down to International on the other side of the airport. And then I'm spending the night here in the hotel that's in the airport. And then I fly back to Cali. We're all taking 3 different flights, 3 different locations. And Presley's stealing my luggage.
She's going to fall right off.
Presley. All right. Now I have to take Grandma and check her in for her flight. Okay? Kisses. Gotcha. Okay, bye.
Love ya.
Love ya. Have fun. Enjoy your flight. Hey, say hi to our puppies for me. I haven't seen our dogs in 3 weeks. When I get home, they're gonna think I'm some stranger. Stranger danger. Okay, I'm gonna take my mom and check her in. Love you guys. Bye, Presley. All right, across the airport we go. Come on, Mom. Maybe I just get on the flight with you and I go to Switzerland. We go to Switzerland, we go car spotting. Mom and son car spotting. Swiss style. No, we didn't see very many supercars or anything in Vancouver. All right. Do you want me to take your big luggage? You sure? She's got this. She's a seasoned traveler. Well, my friends here at the Fairmont at the airport who see me all the time have my mom's bags. They're gonna bring the bags out. Instead of making us walk, you get to go for a fancy ride in this thing.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, save you the walking.
Oh wow, awesome.
Jump aboard. We're gonna go to International. We're getting a ride down to KLM. This beats walking, eh? It's pretty awesome.
Amazing. Pretty cool. Yeah.
Well, let's see if we can't. Let's see if your flight is full or if there's room for an upgrade. Send my mom back on an upgrade. Hopefully your gate's open now.
It should be by now.
Yeah, they said 3, right? I would prefer business, whatever the highest level is for my mom.
So it'll be 1,040.
That's fine.
Sorry, 47.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, let me just go confirm that I can sell the seats.
Sure.
And then I will be back.
There you go.
Aww.
Business class. Send you back in the royal seats, and then you have all the room in the world and the best food, and then style.
Thank you.
You're welcome. We'll see what we can do here, and we got a couple of bags we got to load. There you go. Business class. That means your ticket will get you in the lounge. So we'll take you down to the D gates, and we'll get you through the D gates, and then you'll be able to go and hang out in the lounge until your flight, and they'll announce when you're boarding and all that.
Awesome.
This is the way to travel, Mom. Well, this is the end of the line for me. I love you.
Love you.
Have a safe flight, okay?
Thank you.
Enjoy your
Thanks,
trip. Enjoy your trip. Enjoy the lounge. Go and drink and eat everything.
I'll keep watching all your videos.
Thank you.
Every-
Ciao. And that's it. The send off. The wife, the kid, the mom. I send my ass off tomorrow morning. Yo, guys, I'm in my hotel room in the airport, and I'm pretty sure I can see my mom's plane just pushing back right now. She's flying KLM, which is this blue plane right here, pushing back right there. And I think we can go either this side or the other side and actually watch her take off. It's pretty cool. So my mom flies back to Switzerland, but in order to get to Switzerland, it's much like the way I get home. I come to Vancouver here as a connection and then get on another plane that's about an hour to get to Kelowna. My mom almost does a similar thing. Now, her flight initially to get to Amsterdam is much longer, but after that, it's about an hour little hop to where she needs to go to Zurich, back in Switzerland. By the way, I gotta go visit my mom in Switzerland really, really soon. Such a beautiful country. And I think we're even going a little bit through Switzerland on Gumball this year. There she is. There's her plane. All right, I want to go and see this plane take off. Okay, I just looked. My mom's flight was sitting here and it took a left, which means they're probably not taking off from these runways. But over by the elevators, there's a place where we can watch all the other flights take off. should be able to, there it is. There's my mom's flight right there. KLM, look at this. How cool is that? We're literally gonna freaking get to watch my mom take back off to Amsterdam, probably from this runway right here. That is so cool. Hi, Mom. And there she goes. Safe travels, Mom. Love ya. This is cool. How cool is this? Look at this. And there she goes, trying to pick up that speed. That's a big plane. Nose up. That's awesome. Aw. Good takeoff. That was cool. Good morning, good morning, good morning. It is the next day. Little wet out. Not too big of a deal. Little blue sky. We are going to head to our flight now and fly to hopefully a sunnier California and hammer out some work. And we have some fun projects going on, as we always do. And they're really never ending. That's kind of the funny thing. When you do what I do for a living, it's a revolving door of crazy car projects. Living the dream. And there she is. Time to head south and say goodbye to this rain. Although for the last 2 months, it's been very rainy in Southern California, but I think it's taken a turn for some better sun now.
On today's flight, we are offering our Air Canada Bistro service. A variety of food and drinks can be purchased using your credit cards. Also, for a limited time, TD Aeroplan credit card holders receive a 25% statement credit on all bistro items purchased with your card. See our bistro menu for details. We invite you to sit back, relax, and enjoy your flight. To Orange County, thank you again for choosing Air Canada.
And I'm back, Avenue of the Arts, my home, away from home, and a much sunnier day. Thank you, sir. I'll grab this one. Oh, there we go. You have an awesome day. Thank you. Wow, look at it. And it's actually warm. The last time I was here, it was cold and wet. Not a lot of fun, especially for my wife and daughter who were here more on vacation than anything. I am all checked in and back, and I purposely left the H1 here at the hotel so I'd have something to get my ass over to the shop in style. So let's hope the battery's not dead on this thing. That's always a good sign. And there's 2 keys on here that look almost identical, but I'm pretty sure this is the one that's gonna start our baby up. Oh, come on. Come on, H1. Be the reliable car in the fleet right now. Well, I gotta say, the SVJ is really reliable too. And 3, 2, 1. Yes! Yeah! Let's go. Gonna head over to the DDHQ. I gotta sort out a few things, call a couple of buddies. Dave arrives tomorrow. We will be filming for the next 7 days. Lots of crazy content. Also, if you guys haven't been watching the rebuild series on the Murcielago, go and check that out. Mike's been helping out with it. It's super informative. He talks about basically what's broken on the car, what we're gonna need to obviously replace, what can be fixed. We just got the car sent off to the frame shop. That was a big concern for me because if that thing was really twisted and wrecked, then I could have been in big trouble. It could have either cost a lot more than I anticipated to rebuild it, and I did take a check from the insurance company, so I was rolling the dice on that. But yeah, they had some good, some bad news. There was, well, I don't want to ruin it for you. You should go check that video out if you guys haven't seen it, because those videos are a lot of fun. They are very different from a lot of the stuff that we do, but I think that the format is paced very well. So they're not too boring, not too long in the tooth, so to speak, and it kind of gets to show a different side of obviously car content that we don't typically do, which is rebuilding cars. And this car is super important to me. So it's not like I went and bought a car from a junkyard. Like, this was my baby, then it got crashed. And on top of all that, I ain't the one that crashed it. So it's got this crazy history with me, and I want to get it back on the road. Well, anyhow, I'm going to follow that Range Rover out. This thing is super close to these beams. I can't go any further down there because it actually gradually gets tighter to the roof. And it's actually not the ceiling of the Hummer. I'm going to show you guys this that I'm worried about. It's actually the spare tire. Look. That is a lot closer to the ceiling than even the roof is. So that's probably like a foot, about a foot and a half higher than the actual roof. So you got to be careful for that when you drive around. Look at that Duramax. Man, it is good to be back on a sunny, beautiful day here in Southern California. Shout out to the whole crew at Avenue of the Arts Hotel. It's been, you know, Dave's and my home away from home for the better part of 4 years now. It's been a long time. Pretty much know everybody at this hotel on a first, last name, middle name basis. And they're all awesome. And what's really cool is about this property, ironically, everyone's been here for a long time. So it's must be, from an employee perspective, must be a good place to work, because nobody sticks around if it's shitty. And turning with this thing is nuts. Look at the tires. On my way to the HQ, oh, look at that, National Avenue. So speaking of the haters, we've made a recent video with our attorneys giving another update, a big update on what is going on with obviously serving some justice to the 3 individuals and the company that stopped me in the middle of the street and then proceeded to basically attack me. Crazy update. If you haven't seen that, definitely go and watch that one. I coached the attorneys a little bit on that YouTube energy, and I think it turned out pretty good. A lot of people think we basically pumped them full of Celsius before we put them in front of the camera. It's not far from the truth. We did give them a little bit. Oh, the sunshine feels really nice. It has been, like I said, wet and cold for the last couple of months, and exceptionally wet and cold. Almost took that pole out. The Hummer is so freaking mean looking. Like, I love this truck. It is a beast with the new wheel and tire package. Good to be back. Hello, ladies. Good to see all the cars. We have most of them here. Cop car, SVJ, Dave Squadra Corsa, twin turbo F12, 550s on the hoist. We got some work to do on that. Race car, Steve's Mercy still hanging out. Some free storage for you, Steve, I guess. Oh, I did a thing. I'm gonna let you in on a little secret. Look at this. Look at these. I haven't seen these. These got done by Mark while I was gone. Boom. Now, you're probably like, hold on. What's so special about these wheels? 2 things. One, this is a completely different set where they actually did the black this time inside. And one other thing about this is that this is not a 20. These are 19s. I had them make me a second set of these I wonder if it'll even say. Right there. See? 19s. That's the rear. 305, 35, 19. So I had to make me a second set and a smaller diameter for a specific reason, so that I could fit some very specific tires on here. Gives me a little more room. The 20s are really cool. They look great. Huracan does come with a factory 19 and a factory 20-inch setup. I wanted a little more meat on my tires because when you have the 20s, like, they're really thin. And when driving to LA, I think that's one of the reasons why I had the issue and I dented one of my 20s, which the 20s are currently on the car, and the car is currently over at VF Engineering getting a little tuning redialed in. So I just want to see if this will maybe help absorb a little bit more of the bumps, a little more meat on the tire. I'll keep the 20s for sure for a very specific reason. I put some stickier tires on the 19s so I can use those when I want grip and I want to use the car for performance. Whether I go to, Hoonigan's been asking me to go do an episode of this versus that and bring obviously the Tire Slayer, the KB43 tribute car. And then I have the 20s that I have a stack of those XCOM tires. Now the XCOM tires are a great tire, but they're not nearly as sticky as a Cup 2, but they are great for they last really good even when you're doing burnouts and shenanigans. So I want to have these with performance tires to easily swap in and out. And then I'll keep the 20s for like all the shenanigans, the burnouts and stuff like that, because I also have a whole bunch of those tires up in, I want to call it the attic, but it's not an attic. The mezzanine. I don't know how I could have forgotten that, considering that's been the major pain in the ass with this shop the whole time. So, long story short, I got another set of these wheels made. These are 19s. This is a Meteor tire. That's the front. It's not quite a rubber band. It's also not quite massive, but the rears actually have quite a bit more meat on them. So we'll throw these on and we'll have to get some numbers. I want to see what that car can do. It is rear wheel drive. It's not all wheel drive, but it is supercharged and it is really quick. So that is a Cup 2. It is stickier. It is still more of like a road performance tire, but I think we could get some slicks, like some drag slicks. Like Mike and I were talking about that, and then throwing some numbers down with the cars, because everybody wants to know what this thing can do. And I'm genuinely curious what this thing can do. Now, I'll probably change the wheel setup on this as well, because I went with, at the time, a wheel that would work for the XCOM tires again. They didn't make the F12 stock 20-inch wheel tire package. So they did make a GT3 RS tire package, which is a 2021 setup. And funny enough, I had these HREs at the time made, and these worked out really well. And they gave me a few sets of tires, and they've been great. I've had them on here for a very long time. But I will go back to a 20-inch setup, slightly smaller wheel, a little lighter, and it actually gives me a much broader range of tire options. It is tough with supercars, to be honest. Like, basically you're stuck with Pirelli and Michelin, because they're such big companies, they can afford to make just a massive variety of tire sizes, even if they don't sell a ton of them. And then they also get the deals with the factory. So they'll be like the OEM tire for, like an SVJ or whatever, which is a 2021 setup. And then there's the new Lambo. The new Lambo is like a freaking 21 on the front, a 22 on the rear. I don't know why, but that seems stupid to me. You guys can let me know in the comments too what you think of that new car. I kind of like it. Then there's parts of me that are like, I don't know, man. But I always feel like I do this. When the new car comes out, it looks so futuristic that I'm kind of like thrown off by it. I think a lot of people are. Okay. Celsius. Promo stuff. Hold. Visor. What's this? A fanny pack? Hell yeah. Celsius fanny pack for summer. And my favorite, some Fantasy Vibe Mandarin Marshmallow, which I think I'm going to snag one right now, but a cold one from the fridge. Oh, yes. Oh. Delish. I love I have like I have a top 5 flavors. I don't have any nails. Can't get under that. Hold on. Having a hard time opening my Celsius, guys. There we go. There we go. Oh, I really do like this. Sparkling Mandarin Marshmallow. Tastes like an orange creamsicle. Okay, I need a new battery for this bad boy, and I gotta come up with a video idea. Well, you don't see that every day. It's a Tesla Roadster. Check that out. Basically the complete opposite of a Hummer. Let's see if we can catch it. I think it's cool. So neat. Here's some behind the scenes action for you. I got to town today. I was by myself, called a few friends. Nobody was available really, so I didn't feel like filming a video, but guess what? I filmed one anyhow. I don't know how it'll turn out, but hopefully with Jamie's magic, it's okay. It was a fun one because I ripped the twin turbo F12 around. It was about a letter that Ferrari sent me about that car, so that's quite intriguing. Everyone always said I'd get a Ferrari letter sooner or later. So I just took the SD card, put it in the laptop, finished uploading it onto Google Drive. That's what we use to move footage around and get it to Jamie, who's always back in Canada. So that's all done, mission accomplished. Now I need to eject this card, throw the card back. By the way, we use Sony Tough cards. If you've never seen these, they're really cool. They're not made of plastic. That's what makes them tough cards. Like, they sound like metal. Listen. Isn't that crazy? I don't know what they're made out of, like ceramic or something maybe. They're pretty tough, obviously, hence the name. So I'll throw this back into the main vlog camera. Another trick we do is we never delete the SD card until the vlog's edited, approved, and actually up on the internet. Just in case. You never know. If you need to re-upload it, or maybe a file that was going up to Google Drive didn't go up properly. That's happened before. Now I don't know what to do. I'm here by myself till tomorrow night. Dave gets in late, kind of like 10:45 p.m. or something like that tomorrow night. So I do need to film probably another video tomorrow and get some stuff done. But tomorrow I shouldn't be by myself. Tomorrow I should have Mike and Tim, depending on where they're at with a build that they're finishing up at Mike's shop that he had a commitment to finishing, obviously, before he came with us. And we're aware of that. What else do I got going on? Eric Choi's going to stop by tomorrow. By the way, Eric got a brand new livery put on his BMW M3 wagon, and it's fire. I don't know if you've seen it yet, but if you haven't, go and check out Eric's Instagram account, and it should be on the Carbontastic one. If not, it'll be under his personal account, which is, I can't look it up. I got my phone in my hand. Duh. Anyhow, you'll see it. I'll post it eventually. It looks sick. What else we got going on? I have my whiteboard of tasks. These are all tasks I wrote down. They're all about the cars. The SVJ will be the car that we will be taking to Gumball 3000 Europe for a few reasons. One, it's reliable. Two, it's made it through a Gumball before. It sounds amazing. It looks crazy. It has just enough luggage room for Dave and I to obviously carry enough clothing to go on a rally. Hence, we've done one before in that car. Our luggage will fit in the front of that car as long as we have soft luggage. So we can't bring our hard-sided luggage, but we can bring like duffel bags and shove 2 duffel bags on top of each other and then squeeze the top down. I'm sipping a coffee to keep me going. Can't do a Celsius right now. I have to limit myself to only 2 a day. And I need a little boost. That's cold now. Ugh, gross. What else we got going on? This thing is absolutely bananas. If you haven't seen the vlog, go watch the vlog. And that's another thing. Go watch all the videos of the Murcielago getting rebuilt. It's been fun to do something a little different. I know it's not the typical like shenanigans, driving, and all that sort of stuff that a lot of you came to the main channel for, but it's refreshing. It's something different. And Mike's really knowledgeable and he gives a lot of really good information, but like not too much. So anyhow, if you could go and check or watch the whole playlist. I made a whole playlist of rebuilding my crashed Murcielago. This thing has a lot of stuff that needs to get done to it. This car is far from complete. It is driving a lot better thanks to the boys at Gintani, but ultimately this car I think is just gonna have to go all the way. Like, to do turbos on this car, it's just getting by with the stock ECUs. It really needs an upgraded fuel system. When you do an upgraded fuel system, it's likely gonna need standalone. Once you go standalone, it's likely gonna need a different transmission. I don't know if it's gonna be able to talk to the factory DCT transmission. Anyhow, it just snowballs from one thing to the next. So this car will likely go and get the body kit, and we'll do our best to make some content with it. I think it's gonna need to be just trailered to, like, you know, this versus that, and do some racing and some fun stuff like that, which will be super entertaining. But it's just not gonna be a street car for the most part right now. I mean, honestly, putting the exhaust like that out the hood looks cool, but it's like exhaust comes in the cab. It's really hard. I can smell it. And so I would imagine that being able to smell exhaust for 30, 40 minutes plus while driving is not a good thing. Like, it can't be good for my health. So I'm gonna have to come up with a solution for that. Maybe I need to get one of those like respirator helmets like Ken had when he drove the Unicorn at first. Because that car was on methanol, he was wearing one of those, I think they're like a nitro drag style helmet. They're pretty cool looking. Maybe I get something like that, and the respirator in that helmet would filter the air for me. I think I'm probably gonna take the SVJ back to the hotel, which would be cool. I haven't driven this car in a hot minute. I've been driving this till it broke. I drove that at the track. I drove that tonight. I drove that the other day, but I haven't driven this. I haven't driven this in a minute. So we're gonna get the keys, boys and girls, and move the TTF12 and get the SVJ out of here. That's what we're gonna do. I had to grab all my clothes. I had all my clothes sent off to the cleaners. I knew I was coming back so quick. I was only gone for 3 days. Say goodbye to my mom before she flew to Switzerland, and then boom, right back to work. Now I have no hands to drop all this. Throw that in there. Try not to wrinkle these. New pair of shoes. Dropping everything. All right, here we go. Like so. Throw those there. Just some basic Vans. Nothing fancy. My runners so I can go to the gym, and some clean socks. Life on the road, man. I'm telling you, the stuff that Dave and I have to juggle to make, forget the business side of it, like just to live, just to get through being away from home, living out of a hotel room, out of a suitcase, gets challenging at times. Okay, I need to move that, but I also need to heat this up. Let's go ahead and get the SVJ off the lift first. Cold start, this will be loud. Loud. I gotta move the tire slayer. And I gotta open the door. And I got the wrong key. I got the van key. Damn it. And I gotta open all this stuff. Juggle, juggle. this. This thing is so freaking loud too. Neighbors hate me. Let's get this thing out, put the F12 back. Brake off. Oh, I got my heated seat on. It's quite warm. All right, leave this thing here, put it in neutral, park brake on, and I'll be back in this thing. And we back. All right, park brake off. That's good. Park that there. By the way, I go nowhere without my trusty little fire extinguisher. With this car, you just never know. Pet peeve, by the way, of mine is dirty windshield. Even a little bit of gunk on the windshield makes it so impossible to get a clean shot when vlogging. Look at all the film on here. And that's just from the car sitting in the garage. Just like this film of dust and grime gets on it. Hate it. I have to stop for fuel anyhow because this thing's like pretty low on fuel. So get some fuel, clean the windshield. All right, we're gonna top this beast up. It's at 55 bucks so far. Any guesses? Any guesses? Any guesses? I'm cleaning the windshield because it is disgusting. And I cannot stand dirty glass. When you're a vlogger, you want clean glass. Clean glass is life. Oh, I'm not doing a very good job here, am I? Ugh. No matter what job I do, I'm sure it's going to be improved. I'll get paper to do the rest. Do this side, and I'm done. I have 76 bucks. What's up? How are you? Good, man. Thanks, dude. Later. All right, that's good enough. The rest we can get with this. That's a write-off. And we are back. My home away from home. Avenue of the Arts.